Hey guys, I hope everyone is having a great and wonderful day today. In today's video, I really want to show you how to clean your Moldavite, okay? Now, this basically came to me because I had my new piece of Moldavite in my pocket, and I noticed that when I put the selenite in there, after a couple minutes, I took my Moldavite out, and I noticed that it had a huge white streak right along the side. Obviously, it's not there right now since I already cleaned it, but I was pretty amazed at how quickly this museum piece of Moldavite actually got dirty pretty quickly, which led for me to do some research and to find out how to exactly clean Moldavite. But not only that, guys, I was also tuning into its energy to see what it was asking of me, so to speak, on how to clean it intuitively, right? And so what I'm going to show you in this video is a simple way that I actually clean this piece of Moldavite, and I actually added something to it just to make it shine a little bit, and hopefully you guys can see it in the video, but it actually has a little bit more of a shine than what it had. It looked a little bit more um, I guess kind of like a flat color, so to speak, but I added a little bit of this secret potion to make it shine just a little bit more, and to also maintain its health, so to speak. And so that's something I've definitely noticed, guys, now working with this museum piece of Moldavite versus a raw piece, which is what I'm actually going to clean right now, is this raw piece. Um, there's a lot of different uh, maintenance, so to speak, that comes with each piece. So with raw, I noticed that it's not obviously high maintenance, right? You can take it anywhere you go, you can put it with other crystals, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, but with a museum piece, you definitely have to start being more cautious, and they're a little bit more high maintenance because you do have to take care of them. You do want to keep them looking good. It's kind of like having a diamond, versus, just a rock, right? Um, and so it's basically like that, right? You want to keep it clean. You want to keep it looking nice. You want to keep it looking fresh, just like you would a diamond, right? If you just have a diamond rock, you would take care of it a little bit differently than if you had it cut, and if you had it, polished, you would definitely take care of it a lot differently. So it's the same case, raw versus, museum piece of Moldavite. And so definitely want to show you how to wash a piece of Moldavite, but I'm going to use a raw um, piece to do this example since I already did this museum piece, but the same concept still works. And I've just noticed that working with a museum piece of Moldavite is a little bit more maintenance. You definitely want to keep it looking nice, keep it looking good. And yeah, so let's jump right into it, guys. So what I actually did with my museum piece of Moldavite was, first thing I did was put it under warm water. Okay, I put it under warm water. I have my sink right here. I just open it up, make sure it's warm, not too hot, not too cold. Just warm water, right? It's like that perfect kind of temperature water. And what I do, guys, I literally just run the Moldavite in there until it's like soaked, right? I just soak it. I just soak it under the faucet for a while, soak it. And then what I actually do is like grab an old toothbrush, right? I grab an old toothbrush, make sure it's clean though, make sure, there's no toothpaste in it or anything like that. Make sure it's pretty clean before you actually use it. And what I do is, as I have this piece of Moldavite running under the water, I start to brush it, right? So I literally just brush up and down, up inside, from every angle. I'm just scrubbing it, right? But I'm scrubbing it under the water, so that's important. So I'm just scrubbing, right? Scrubbing. And you can take as long as you want with this, however long you feel is necessary. Sometimes it only takes a couple of minutes. Sometimes you may want to be here for 10 minutes, half an hour. I mean, I don't know, whatever you intuitively feel your piece of Moldavite needs. And so this one's, it's getting there. You definitely want to keep brushing it from different angles. All right. So obviously you want to turn your water off. It's okay. So basically, now that you have your piece of Moldavite, right? What I like to do is I just dry it with a towel, right? Not that big of a deal. Just grab a towel, kind of just. I don't really rub it. I just kind of just let it soak, right? I just let it soak up the water and the moisture, pressing on it as well. I know some people are really. I know some people do it really differently. They get some really different types of materials, I guess, to soak up all the water and the moisture from their Moldavite, which is totally fine. Just experiment with it and see what you like. I'm just using, like I said, just basic ways to do this. So I just use a towel, right? Okay, nice. It actually worked. Perfect. Okay, so this actually cleaned up pretty well. And the reason I was kind of astonished that it worked in certain areas because before I actually washed it, what I ended up doing, since there were like certain white spots on here, um, what I ended up doing was getting a needle, right? There were certain white spots of like, I don't know, maybe some mildew that might have accumulated in those areas. They're like those little pockets that are inside of it, in the ridges of the Moldavite. And so what happened was I noticed that those there were like little white spots there. So what I did was get a needle, right? A needle, you guys can see it, there you go. A needle. And what I basically did very gently, right, making sure not to actually destroy the Moldavite in any way, shape, or form. But what I gently did was just kind of scrape at it, right? I just quickly scraped at it, scraped at it, making sure it would come off. And then what I did after that, guys, was I washed it, scrubbed it really good, and it's gone. Like it's clean. So that's something that definitely did work. Just using a needle, that's just something that I did intuitively. If you watch other videos, or if you read something else online, they might show you how to do it a different way, but this is just how I do it, and it's simple and it works. So last thing that I do, guys, is after I do that, I kind of take off all those little white spots, all the mildew, very gently, run it under the water, brush it really good until I intuitively feel that it's ready to go. And the last thing that I do, guys, which is kind of like interesting for me, because I was actually reading that there's this diamond oil. There's actually diamond oil that you can buy online that you can put on your diamonds to make them shine. And intuitively, before I even read about it, I felt guided to put oil on this my museum piece of Moldavite. Right, I was intuitively guided to put oil on this piece of Moldavite, and so the type of oil that I put on there, funny enough, was actually my beard oil. Okay, I didn't put a lot on there, not even a drop. Okay, literally what I did, guys, and I have my bottle right here. This is my bottle of beard oil. This is what I put in my beard to make it shine. So basically what I did, guys, I didn't even put a droplet on this. All I did was from the top, right? I don't know if you guys can see that shine, right? That shine, all I did was put my finger on it. That's it. That's all I did. And I just rubbed it on there gently. And that's more than enough, guys. It literally does the job. Like, that's really more than enough. And I don't think this raw piece of Moldavite really needs it just because it's raw. Like, I'm already getting kind of some resistance from holding it because it's not, I can feel the energy of this Moldavite, and I know that it's different from this piece, which is so funny, because they each have different needs, and so I'm already feeling it that it's like, like it doesn't want this oil on it. It's funny, but yeah. So I put a little bit of oil on it, not too much. Let me see if I can show you. And so yeah, it kind of gives it a little bit of more of that shine, right? But yeah, definitely not for raw Moldavite. I don't recommend putting oil on raw Moldavite just because I don't know. It just doesn't feel like this little guy likes it for some reason. But it definitely a cool piece. It stands up. But yeah, so I really wanted to share that with you guys. It's funny just how each piece of Moldavite needs to be taken care of in a different way. Like I said, this piece loved the oil. It was like, yes, I look shiny again. Like I can feel the energy right now again. It really likes the oil. This piece does not like the oil. And so I really wanted to share that with you guys. So just kind of had to quickly wash it. This is like the raw piece. It's super clean now. I might rub the oil off of it. Yeah, I'm just gonna rub the oil off of it right now because it just doesn't like it. I can already tell. It's just not, and I'm just gonna wipe it with a towel. It's just not its thing. It's like, I just like to be raw. Right, this piece just likes to be raw. It does not like to be a museum piece. It is a raw piece, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah, see, he feels a lot better. I might put him in the dirt, just to make him feel more rugged, right? And so yeah, so this is the piece. I mean, it works well. Guys, so hopefully this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. If you have museum pieces, just notice that each one needs to be taken care of with more specialty, and they are a little bit more high maintenance, but I definitely love the energy from this piece that I'm getting. And so yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of your Moldavite, however intuitively you feel guided to do so by cleaning it. And yeah, just realize that each piece also has its own vibration and its own unique style to be cleansed. So thank you guys so much for watching. I send you guys so much love, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye bye.